Hello and welcome to another matchup on VRML Channel 1. I'm SputnikKobra and this is Phantoms versus Tempo. Phantoms being in blue, Tempo being in orange. And I'm joined by NightFiree as my co-caster. How are you doing today, NightFiree? You're back.
Well, now I'm here. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. This is going to be a really exciting matchup. We just watched Tempo, like I said, when I was muted, coming out of a really solid best of 3 series, a really lengthy matchup, and then very little downtime here between this matchup and the Phantoms one. And Phantoms is ranked 3rd in the Master tier, so it's going to be a pretty tough challenge for Tempo. The thing is they have momentum to work with, right? They have this victory they're coming off of, and if they can beat Phantoms here, they're going to see a pretty good swing in their overall position in that Master tier. They could really have a pretty solid day of Echo Arena if they can come out on top here today.
Absolutely, and I apologize about that one. It's been a little slow of a day, but we're in this matchup. We did get caught up. Smash Dash had a few technical difficulties in that previous game, and Tempo, continued to play, and grateful to be starting with this matchup. And this is the last matchup for European region on VRML Channel 1, and I'm excited to see how both these teams perform.
Yeah, I mean, geez, today has just been packed with a lot of good Echo Arena. Right now, we got two streams going live, 2 Master Tier games. Quackheads vs. Hellbends is over on Master League 2. If you don't have the multi-stream up, get it going. We're about to dive into this matchup. The joust underway, and right out the gate, Phantoms managing to push it into the zone of Tempo, and we'll see if Tempo can maintain Tempo coming out of that Series W, or if this is going to be Phantoms pushing ahead early. Lowrider with an excellent pass from Boop. That top shot into the goal puts them ahead 2-0.
So Phantoms will find that early momentum. They'll find 2 points on the board. Less than 30 seconds off the clock, 14 seconds on that goal time. And, it's really up to Tempo to get some momentum on their joust advantage and find some rhythm.
Yeah, and we see the consensus in chat that this seems to be that this is going to be a Phantoms W. But yeah, I'm curious to see if Tempo can get anything going for themselves here up against a very skilled team that rank these top 3 teams in the Master tier are such a they almost stand apart from the rest of the division, and they're tough to beat. But I think that's what I like so much about the new Master tier organization is that there's opportunities. Everyone that's in it is a very skilled team, and here comes Tempo, a nice steal from Sundance, and there's an open 3 as the goalie dives. Sundance takes the shot. Tempo takes the lead, 3-2.
So capitalizing on that one will be Phantoms, and yeah, Phantoms not out of this match just yet. And I mean, we just started with the first round. They're finding these forward clears. They're finding possession actually off that steal. So now down by 1 point is Phantoms, and sending it forward to Boop. Boop will lose it. So Tempo really finding this rhythm, and a long shot coming through off the backboard. It's gonna ding off the back of that crossbar. Might be picked up by Sundance. So Sundance maintaining that pressure, finding possession in the bubble, and putting it in at 2 meters.
It's, I don't know, like I've been, Tempo's coming off of a Series W. They have a little momentum to ride as they go into this next round, and it's a double-edged sword, right? They could come in tired, they could come in maybe too used to the team they were playing against, or they could come in loose and feeling ready to go up against a squad like Phantoms because they've just gotten a W against Smash Dash. Now a 3-pointer needed to get them back on the board. Lowrider, as if to answer immediately with a really nice pass from Torin, finds a very solid 3-point over the top of the goalie, and Just like that, Phantom's tied up.
So Tempo playing aggressively, they're going to be out of position on that one, and Lowrider will find that 3. So Jasavintage now back to Phantom. Frogio to dish it left. It's not going to be on target. Phantom's looking to pounce on this one. Meal with possession. Sending it cross to Lowrider. Lowrider looking at that open goal, and once again, they'll be out of position. So 3 points to Lowrider on that. And now taking the lead will be Phantoms. We're looking at just over 7 minutes off, just over 3 minutes off the clock.
I mean, when you get in, I always say it, when you're at this level of skill, you know, every mistake gets punished. It's very rare that a mistake goes unpunished. And we did see there that pass go wide. Here's another pass that goes wide. We'll see if Phantoms can capitalize on this again. Doesn't seem like they can, although the stack is there to apply the pressure. Maybe they can do something with this now, as they do seem to be able to push their way up into the zone of Phantoms now. As still, that stack on the back end really pushing them, forcing them to keep this pass going. This is a good bit of pass work there. As I say that, a pass goes wide, instantly snagged by Torin and cleared all the way through the tunnel. And here's an open goal 3. Phantoms piling on 11-5 now in round 1. And just a few, a few missed passes, and just like that, you lose 3 points.
Absolutely, and Firestrike saying all good Phantoms, they just got cold waiting. And they're looking to get warmed up now. Jasavintage back to Tempo. Tempo now looking at the 6-point deficit. And they forfeited 6 points to open positioning when they were out of the bubble and out of the goal. So they just can't forfeit any more of those points, especially 3s right now. And they'll get this pass and this work up into the bubble. But Aki not able to finish it under pressure, gets stunned down. And it would be wide of the goal. And now a clear coming through. So Phantom's looking to find that possession, but it will go in the hands of Tempo, but Tempo just not able to find the clear. Now Boop with possession, sending it to the back line.
Yeah, this has been, a solid performance so far from this Phantom squad. They also, I think, are coming off of a win. You just casted it, Sput, against the likes of Envy, and some really good defense coming in there to deny what was a good bit of passing setup. The stack and clear comes in, but the stun on the back end, Emil's there to deny it. Instantly passes it up to his team's stack, and now they're applying the pressure in a flash. The stuns from Aki in the bottom of the floor there do get dispossession back into the hands of Tempo, but geez, this is just a brawl so far for Disc here in the midfield. Tempo honestly doing a good job of preventing Phantoms from being able to really get any more points. As I say that, there's the cross. The 2v2 stack and brawl leads for 2 more points to Phantoms.
And you see that Tempo's trying to keep up. They were able to intercept that clear at Trench a few moments ago, but again, they'll have a deficit in the bubble, a man deficit, not be able to contest Phantoms. So Phantoms will find those 2 points. And back with possession will be Tempo. Tempo sending it down off that clear towards the bubble of Phantoms, and picking it up at the ceiling will be Frogio. Frogio working his way into the goal and able to make that happen. Under double, triple coverage. So an impressive performance from Frogio to put 2 on the board.
Hopping on that backboard there, just bouncing around the defenders, and guides it in with the dunk. I mean, keeps them in it right now. There's 3 minutes and 45 on the clock. They're not, but it's only a quick math 6-point lead. That's 2 threes away. As I say that, a near 3-pointer comes in from long range, followed up to make it a 2. The lead now goes to 8, and right now it's going to require a lot out of this Tempo team, because Phantoms have a comfortable lead. Tempo needs to string multiple points together in a row, and it's going to be, Phantoms have really not let that happen so far, at least in this round 1, and so we'll see if Tempo can again get that tempo going.
And yeah, they just have to find a rhythm. They weren't able to find possession, but they have this open goal opportunity. And not able to sink it. Will bounce off the crossbar. And they really needed that one. That can't be overstated. So now with possession,
that would have been huge.
Phantoms sending that forward pass. Boop going for this long clear, and it will be picked up by Lowrider to finish it off.
I don't even know if that was I think Boop might have had that shot. I think that might have got in without Lowrider grabbing it just to make sure. But either way, that's, now things are getting a little bit out of hand for Tempo. 2:30 left. and the lead now is 11 points. And hey, we've seen them have those open goal 3 opportunities. They can make them happen. It's just a matter of capitalizing. Every little mistake and not being able to capitalize on any mistake, it's going to lead to score lines like this. You know, I got to wonder what their mentality is as they go into round 2 here. They got to try and get more points on the board. And as I say that, as they try and set up, Phantoms push back down into the tempo zone.
And they'll find that pass in the bubble, and an open goal opportunity going off the backboard will be Lowrider, but it will be wide of the target, will be picked up by Tempo. Tempo sending it forward, trying to work it out of their backcourt as Phantoms recovers onto defense. And Phantoms will make that interception, so Torn will find possession and send it right back down towards that bubble. That shot's not on target, but will be picked up by Emil at the wall. Emil sending it cross. That one's going to double bounce off shield. Another short pass back to Emil. Emil now sending it to the back line, where Phantoms is going to slow down and find their advantages against this defense.
I mean, geez, this tempo defense is looking really good right now. They've been able to really shut down what was a good bit of pass work inside the bubble. There, the setup as they drew out that defense, a couple of quick passes lead to more points for Phantoms. But they did well for a while there to shut down Phantoms from scoring on them. And, you know, if they can play D like that consistently, on top of, you know, playing like they did at the start of this round, I think coming into round 2, it's going to look a little bit better. 50 seconds left, a lead now that surpasses 12 points. It's going to be certainly pretty tough to come back. As I say that, they're trying to add on another 3. Does get sunk in by Emil as he catches that backboard, that bounce off the rim. And yeah, that's pretty much the nail in the coffin if it wasn't one already, because 30 seconds left is not enough.
And they'll continue to maintain this momentum, and they're going to look to carry this into the second round. And Tempo just having a lot of difficulty in their joust advantage. You can see Phantom applying that pressure down court, making that steal, that stun in this, and they're just going to continue to find points.
Yeah.
So Emil making that stun, finding possession, setting it down court, the Lowrider, and Emil will find that assist. And this will be the end of the first round with the score 26-7, the win going to Phantom.
Gee, I mean, just a point away from a mercy there in round 1, and I would say for the first 5 minutes, you would never have guessed this scoreline. You know, it was Tempo actually putting up a pretty good fight against the likes of Phantoms, doing well enough to keep the scoreline even for a couple of minutes, but then Phantoms just found their groove. And I almost wonder there if towards the later half of this scoreline, if maybe Tempo started to relax a little bit, you know, try and readjust, just start resetting early. I don't think it's the greatest idea, because you don't want too many. Points matter in the grand scheme of things. You don't want too many points to be scored against you in the long run. But if they can get their mentality right and reset here, we'll see. You know, you do see it from time to time. You know, where you have those swings of rounds. Sometimes you just get a different squad in round 2.
Yeah, and it's up to Tempo to respond to Phantom. But like you said, Tempo started with a good rhythm. They found, the first few points, and they quickly lost that traction. Froggia was able to find 2 points under triple coverage, but they also forfeited 2 threes early on when they were out of position. They were playing very aggressively. So they have to find some sort of balance against Phantoms if they want to have some success.
And all Phantoms got to do is just rinse and repeat. You know, they played a solid game. They managed to weather an early consistent storm from Tempo, and then found their groove and really piled on. That strategy will work here again, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a similar bit of rollout, if you will. Or if Phantoms may just try and instantly come out the gate and pile on here, as they do manage to get disc in hand out of that joust and are setting up inside the zone of Tempo.
And it will be wide on that pass, but it will be retrieved by the backline player, Torren. So Phantom setting up outside the bubble, getting this cross pass. You can see this aggression from Tempo, and behind the goal, and Boop will find that pass and put it right in. And looking at these word sneaks, we've got, I don't even know how to sneak those in, so I'm just going to say economy, and I'm going to say Dave Stan. There you go.
I was thinking it would be something like, in this economy, how could you afford to let 2 more points get scored against you if you're the like of Tempo? But either way, we managed to get them in. There's the clear coming down from Tempo, and now again Phantoms looking to stack up and push in. They have that goalie there, but it's essentially a 1v3 now. Their defense stack is there. The pass to the backboard, nice bit of work from Phantoms. Lowrider firing it in for 2 on the top half, and
yeah, that's another 2 points, and I'm not as much of a poet as you are. Surprise me with those skills, NightFiree, but obviously disappointing the audience. So we'll now be Joust advantage back to Tempo. Tempo really struggling here. 90 seconds, they're gonna lose that one off a headbutt from that oncoming stack. It will be picked up along the wall. Actually, no one's gonna get that, so 2 grab attempts that aren't gonna be fruitful. And at the trench, it will be found by Stody. Stody going for that clear through mid. Gonna stick around there and be picked up by Torn. Torn feeding it down to Ness. That's another 3 points for Phantom.
Yeah, this is Phantoms really riding the momentum wave out of that round 2. They just I gotta wonder how many points it is at this point unanswered, because it has been a while since Tempo have been able to get one in. Phantoms have just continued to score, continued to disrupt their offense. This double stack pressure just really forcing errors. There's another pass that goes wide. Phantoms going to snag and try and capitalize off this. A good intercept comes in there from Frogio as he passes it over to Stody, and now they're trying to again set something up. Tempo has all the time in the world. 7.5 minutes. We're very early in this round. If they can shut down this Phantom's aggression and finally get back on the board for round 2, maybe they can get something going. As I say that, they are trying to set up, but Boop on the back end stuns out and pushes forward. And now Phantoms again looking to pile on. That's almost a near shot there that goes in, instantly followed up. Boop with his own follow-up finds the 2, and a pass to himself to push Phantoms up 9-0.
And this lead now to Phantoms is going to make it difficult for Tempo to respond. Tempo with Joust advantage again, and you see these double stacks, you see this pressure on this offense, causing a lot of errors. You see that stack go off Pac-Man, get the stun on the QB, but able to find the pass to Sundance, and Sundance sending it forward to Stody, so they get some momentum, but they can't get past that second to backline player, as Emil will find the stun, disable the player, and get possession for the clear.
Yeah, he is. It's the full package coming in from Phantoms right now. They are playing very good defense. Their stacking clears are very solid. But when you try and push in, when there's an opportunity, even for a 2v2, it just continues to get shut down by the likes of Emil or whoever's sitting in that back end. But geez, there's there's still a lot of time. 11 minutes. Tempo just hasn't managed to get a point on the board, I would say, in probably 10 minutes game time now. And if they can do it here, maybe there's a hope that they can start to bounce back. What they can't really afford is any missed passes at this point, because geez, Phantoms, whenever they see a missed pass, they're like sharks smelling blood and water. They just are instantly on top of that disc, making it really hard. Obviously for this Tempo team, very little room for mistakes here as they do go for a shot off the backboard, just a bit wide, and the defense instantly turns into the stack push offense, where now they're going to stack up and try and get themselves a 2 as the disc gets an unfavorable bounce for them.
You see Frogio recognizing that crack in the defense, trying to brute force that shot right through, but it would be off target. Sundance coming out of the bubble, trying to apply pressure on Phantoms. The lowrider now with possession, looking for an opportunity, sending it cross, and you see Tempo jumping that, but they'll leave the goal open, and they'll miss their timing just slightly and create an opportunity that will be taken by Phantom.
Yeah, they're 6 away from mercying this round 2, and if the likes of Tempo, it's not I guess your day isn't necessarily ruined. You did manage to get that series W against Smash, but to have Phantoms just come out here and perform like they are against them is tough. And Phantoms, they're just playing consistently. They're just not letting up. They're constantly in the face of this midfield offense, disrupting any sort of passing, any sort of initial setup out the gate. And at this point, I don't know what the solution is.
And I don't have any ideas either. And Froggy able to at least pull that stack into position, but they recover so quickly off the back wall. And now tempo down outside the bubble of Phantoms at the floor will be Stody. Stody sending it to the wall, and then the other pass coming through, but it's going to be wide of its target. Will bounce into the hands of Frogio. Frogio looking to restart this offense, setting it down, but that pass will come through off the slap. Getting it off the wall will be Akinut, and he's feeling this Phantoms defense, and Phantoms finding that interception. Horn reading the angle and finding the clear. The stack will retrieve it at mid. Lowrider sending that shot through. Almost in, and it will be picked up by Torn off that stack and dunked right into the goal for another 2 points. And now they're looking at this Mercy situation.
Yeah, it's this Torin Lowrider stack combo in the front line that's really getting them all these points. And then you have that Emil in the back end just doing a solid job of defending around the goal. Like I've been saying today, they are bringing the full package, and you love to see it out of the Phantoms. If you're a Phantoms fan, and you hate to see it if you're hoping for a tempo W here, but with 3 minutes left, this Phantom squad is only 2 away from locking in Mercy for round 2, and now they're going for that stack and clear. Actually, that was nearly a 3-point shot, but either way, they dunk it in, and that is going to be it for round 2. 21-0. Phantoms, I think, had maybe 30 unanswered points.
And what an impressive final shot to end this round. Just the icing on the cake that they're going to take it home and eat. So 21-0. That's got to hurt a little bit for Tempo, but Tempo had an impressive performance in the first round. They had some initial rhythm that they quickly lost. Mm-hmm. They weren't able to carry that momentum into the second round, and they will fall in 2.
Phantoms being Phantoms, they came out today playing very solid, and that's going to be 2 wins on the week for them. They are definitely going up the ladder a little bit from that ranked 3 position, if I had to guess. But either way, just a solid performance from them today, and 2 rounds won and well deserved by the likes of Phantoms.
Absolutely, and what a great assortment of matches.
Yeah, no
today.
Kidding.
And we're gonna have North American matches later today in a few hours, but it's just a really great game today. Smash Dash versus Tempo.
Yep.
And
a lot, just across the board. You love to see it. It's gonna be tons of highlights, which does make me want to remind you all to head on over to our YouTube channel, the Echo Arena VRML YouTube, and check out all of the highlight reels we've been posting up there, the interviews, and obviously all of the games that get broadcast. If you missed one, get posted pretty shortly after going live. And so I do recommend heading on over there, following the YouTube, subscribing, to the YouTube, so that you can get all that juicy Echo Arena content you need. We're really up in the production value down there. The content team has been doing fantastic work. I highly recommend checking it out and watching the highlight reels and the interviews. It's really cool. I love what we're doing over on the YouTube channel.
And with that being sorry.
If you're new here, hit the follow button, and make sure if you have that Twitch Prime, if it's available, feel free to drop it in here. That support always goes back to the casting team and is much appreciated. And that's my spiel.
And with that being said, this has been a great day of matchups for the European region. I'm SputnikKobra. My co-caster has been NightFiree. And we wish you all a great evening, and to the North American viewers, a great day. And we will see you later.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.